So there's this guy called V who really wants me to respond to his videos. So here you go, buddy. And what I'm gonna do is explain why I didn't really care to bother to waste my time.
You can go on maybe the businessinsider.com and you can look at the stats and you can see that YouTubers are rising and the mass media is falling. And in fact, it's plummeting. But this is what happens when we actually do research.
Turns out that actually doing research means going and finding an article from 2013 that agrees with you, and only really reading the title that says TV is dying, ignoring that a few months later the same publication released a piece explaining why TV isn't really dying. In fact, this piece is a direct response to the older piece on Business Insider explaining why the author thinks it's wrong. If you click that first hyperlink, it brings you to the piece V used as a source. Sorry, the opinion V used as a source to claim a fact. As demonstrated here, even on the same outlet, two people can have the same facts and have a different opinion about what that means. If you have difficulty distinguishing between facts and opinions, there is a very nice PBS Kids game you can play to help you. Pieces like the previous two I showed you, or broadcast TV is dying a death of 1,000 cuts, or nope, the TV business isn't dead yet. Far from it, really. Use and include facts, either showing declining viewership or an actual increase in ad revenue or something like that, but they are ultimately works of opinion. And I don't really count picking one that agrees with you as doing research. And nor do I count various people doing the same thing to be evidence of conspiracy, or even of any kind of coordination. Yes, media attacks things. Yes, there are narratives across multiple outlets, but this doesn't mean they are directly working together. Evidence of conspiracy would need to be evident that they are colluding, that they are not just copying each other. And the same happens in new media. One outlet, in this case V, starts a narrative, his fellow new media personalities copy it, almost identically, same way old media works. No conspiracy, no collusion, no grand scheme. It's just how all media works. Another thing new media does that's exactly the same as what old media does is say you say things that you never said, such as saying YouTubers don't need money. No, I desperately need money. I mean, you get V suggesting I have a caretaker because I'm autistic, which of course has led other people to believe that I'm on some sort of benefits, which I am not, or that I do not pay any kind of rent, when the opposite's actually true. I have a disabled sister who needs private medical bills paid for. I would be paying considerably less if I did not have to live with my family and help act as a carer for her. Yes, I know how fucking important money is. As a side note, here's another example of how new media people copy each other in the same way old media does. I let someone like Sargon know I have autism, so he tries to use that to discredit me. V openly says he's copying that. I don't think you can really complain about old media altogether attacking things that disagree with them, as if it's something only the old or corporate media does, unless you think it's only questionable when they do it. Anyway, yeah, pretty much everyone in the world needs money, but guess what? If I need more, I'm going to figure out a way to get more, not just tell you I need more. Because if I've relied too much on AdSense above other things, if I haven't diversified my income and one thing falling means I'm fucked, that's my incompetence, that's my mistake, that's my fault, and I'm not going to dump that on you. If I need more, I'll make a website, embed my YouTube videos on it so I'm not paying for hosting the video, and put banners around it. I'll also start writing on a website perhaps and have ads around that. I'll offer more merchandise. If I'm happy for this to become a bigger chunk of what I do and a bigger chunk of my income, I'll put more work in, have some free stuff, have some stuff behind a paywall. What I won't do is go, hey, I sort of bet my career on this one ad thing that works on a platform they control as well, that seemed really risky, and that's going a bit wrong. And that's why you should support me more. If I want more of your money, and hey, I fucking really want your money, I will figure out something that will inspire you to give me more of your money, not something that will guilt you into doing it, or make you feel afraid, make you feel obligated to do it, or make you feel afraid so you have to. You can say, I am not doing this, or they are not doing this, the YouTubers, they are not doing this, but they fucking are, and big ones are doing it too.
Please go to freedomainradio.com/donate to help out the show. You can set up a recurring donation, a one-time donation. You don't have to have a PayPal account. You can just do a credit card, Visa. Please. This is not the time to leave anything behind. This is not the time to leave anything. No gas left in the cylinder after this fight. Nothing should be left behind. Everything must be committed now. I'm committed. I'm committed, and I'm not asking you to be as committed as I am. But please, please help me out. Help us out to make this push. It comes down to now. It comes down to me. Most of all, it comes down to you. Please help us to do what needs to be done in the world. I genuinely, genuinely believe. If we win now, we may very well win forever. But if we lose now, it's very possible we also lose forever.
This is fucking cancer, and I think it's a problem in new media. I think it is a spreading rot. It's also part of why I think you're going to lose to corporate media. So, what else can I be bothered to respond to? Here's a good one.
For instance, I read this one, where it says that the United Kingdom government has pulled adverts from YouTube after a report from The Times.
Whoa, why are you looking at me like that?
So the UK government was okay with advertising on YouTube until The Times have found they were running alongside extremist content.
Yeah, great, that's good. Thank you, Times, for pointing this out.
Now, some skeptical person might say, well, that might be fair, V. I mean, Pepsi...
No, V, did you just have a stroke? The UK government
doesn't want its brand to appear on ISIS because they don't want to sponsor ISIS. But another person might go like, okay, if Pepsi...
Not Pepsi! The UK government. Do you understand the difference between the government taking my taxes and giving it to ISIS and Pepsi buying ads? And some of that going to things because YouTube doesn't filter well enough. Can you comprehend why that's a bit different? And why that makes me fucking angry. I know most YouTubers are happy to leech off of anything they can, but no, this is too far. You have no right to any of my taxes, you leeching cunt. The UK government is not a private company. When they pay for ads on YouTube, they're paying using my taxes. How about you do some research? How about you take those dollar signs from out in front of your eyes and actually look at what's happening? Here's a little snippet from The Independent on the 17th explaining that YouTube owner Google had been summoned by ministers to explain how it had allowed taxpayer-funded adverts to be shown alongside extremist content after a Times investigation uncovered the issue. This is not something you can spin for victim bucks for all YouTubers. I hate the media and I think it's shit, but this, what the Times has done here, is an example of the media serving the public. I didn't know that was happening, and I'm very glad it has stopped. Yes, they only pulled their ads because the media reported. But that's a good thing. I don't want my taxes going to ISIS. It's not that I'm worried, oh no, it looks like the government has something to do with ISIS. I'm fucking pissed that I pay taxes and then some of that money goes to ISIS through fucking YouTube. That is sick. And that you're seriously going to bitch about the government not putting more tax money into ads for you so you get more ad revenue and the poor YouTubers' ad revenue going down is fucking disgusting and infuriates me like nothing else. What right or entitlement do you have to any of my tax money? Jesus Christ, V. Normally, Southeastern Europeans have at least have the decency to move here before they try to leech off of my taxes. Harmful Opinion says mass media isn't trying to get corporations to pull out from AdSense. I post evidence that it's exactly what the Times did. No, V. You posted evidence that sometimes, the media does good things. And sometimes their coverage of things isn't all about you or about YouTubers and how scared they are of you. Sometimes that's true. Oftentimes even, it's true. There are tons of examples you could pick. There are tons of very, very obvious examples you could pick. But I think it's very, very important for the people who trust YouTubers to recognize that the media war narrative is a narrative. And it's a very, very profitable narrative as well. Just like how the YouTubers a cesspit that advertisers should avoid narrative is for other media. But, as usual, that's just another one of my harmful opinions. Oops! Never mind what I said about V and this other guy not working together. While I was recording this, they started working together.